Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today guys, it is new project pickup day and yeah, this is a little bit of an interesting one. I do like to go for these cars sometimes. This one is a non-runner. There is a key and it's open, non-runner, don't start, don't run, completely dead, no power. So yeah, it is a bit of a gamble, but you've got to be in it to win it, basically. So yeah, I've took the gamble, and we're going to go for it and see what happens. I have allowed for worst case scenario, which is engine dead, completely gone, or whatever. Just needs a new engine. So I've allowed for that money, and I managed to win it with that in mind. The rest of the car doesn't seem that bad. I think there's some frontal damage, but we're gonna have to get into that once we bring it back, push it into the lockup, and then we can start work on it and get into it and find out exactly what is going on with this non-runner, because I need some projects, guys. I've got to be honest. I need to bid on some cars today because everything's gone. Like the red Fiat 500 that sold yesterday. The red Fiesta ST line, that's at the body shop. So I've got nothing to work on, like nothing. So I managed to win something yesterday and I'm picking it up today. So I'm going to need to win something today, pick up tomorrow, and then just keep going like that until, it's just, I need some more projects. Just need some more cars. So yeah, let's get cracking. I'll bring it back. I'll show you what I got and we'll go from there and see if we can, get this car running. So let's do this. Right, okay guys, I am back from the pickup. It's just to the left of me and I'll show you that in 1 second. I just want to quickly show you what I'm up to over here. So yeah, the other day one of the lights went and I thought, you know what, save getting a bulb, fluorescent tube or whatever, let's just put up these LED lights. So that's what I've just did. And I'm going to sort of position them a little bit differently. Like originally, you can see that there's like one on that beam. So I'm going to start from this end and work that way, and put one on that beam, and then one on the middle, like you can see it. And then I'm going to swap that one out for a one of these as well. So I'm going to change it because this is tubes, and they take a lot of power to do those. So yeah. Just thought I'd quickly show you what I'm doing. Just sort of adding some more lights to the workshop. So that should be a lot brighter in here. But yeah, that's that. Let's get into the new project. And it's a non-runner. I told you that. I also put an Instagram picture and showed you a little sneak peek of what we've got and what I've picked up. But let me spin around. We'll get into it. And I'll show you exactly what is going on. So let's do this. Yeah, it's another Fiesta. I do like these Fiestas, especially this one. If it's done as a non-runner completely, and they're being up front with it, and they showed all the pictures, and they showed inside. It's not locked. We have got a key, and they showed you. Obviously, the inside of this car is absolutely filthy, and it suggests that it was someone that does horses or stables or something like that, because there's just straw and hay all on the other side. We'll get into the other side in a bit, but yeah, so we've got a key. It is completely dead, and there's no power to the car whatsoever. We have definitely got to get some cleaning done. You can see all the straw and the hay everywhere. It's a mess. So this is a 66 plate 2016 Fiesta Z-Tech, and it's got the 1.25 engine in this one, and we've got some reversing sensors at the bottom. It's pretty filthy, I've got to be honest. There's no real sort of dents around the car. It's more like little scuffs and not sort of scratches and stuff. So we have really got to sort of clean this one, really clean this one up. But that's what I love. I love getting into there and sort of cleaning it up. You can see how filthy that is. It's just an absolute mess. And the rear is
absolutely no different. It's an absolute crazy mess underneath there. Someone's had this up. I think they've had this up, this bench, is because someone, I think, has been looking for the fuel pump on this car, because there was jump leads in the back. Yeah, these jump leads were in the back here. So I'm assuming someone has been trying to jump this car to get it going or to get it running and stuff. We've got a wing mirror that's broke here, which is I've never seen this before, guys. But check this out, right? I think that is from a Fiat 500 wing, and all someone's done is got the bulb and chucked it in there. Look, chucked it in there. So they've got an indicator coming out of the side. Madness. But yeah, it's just another thing we've got to fix. I did see that in the picture, and I've got a complete wing mirror over there anyway on the shelf. So all these little bits and pieces already got. Got a couple of tyres that probably need changing. Like really down to the bottom they are. So to be honest with you, so we've got to sort some tyres out. Maybe discs and pads as well. Don't really know. It has had a front end collision, so it's got a bit of a bumper damage. Grill. I've got one of those grills as well, so we don't need that. I think the top grill's okay, and the bumper itself needs a complete new paint. I'll be honest with you, it's just terrible. It's just flaking off and everything. Someone's not painted this correctly, not keyed it up, and it's not holding, it's not staying. So there's definitely been a shunt at the bottom here, and that's where the accident damage was on the car. I have got a bucket underneath because we have got a water leak because there's no coolant in the. Because what happened was with this car as well, with the auction, they did not take a picture of the engine bay. There was no picture of the engine bay. I don't know why, because there was no need for that. Like, do you know what I mean? Even though it's a non-runner, the bonnet was not. It's not jammed. It's open. I didn't do anything. I just done the bonnet. So there was no reason why they didn't take a picture of this. So I did take a gamble because I couldn't see if there was an engine there, because it said a non-runner, no power. You know what I mean? So yeah, this one was a really, it was a gamble. So yeah, basically I'm going to put power to it with the battery terminal. I was going to put a jump pack on it. Something's wrong. That's the wrong battery as well. That's the wrong battery in it. That's too small. I'll have to check. That looks small for that, to be honest with you. So yeah, the car is completely dead. There's no power to it whatsoever, and we need to put a jump pack on it and see if it will turn over. I've checked the oil. We have got oil in the car, so we've got good oil in there. Obviously, we're not holding water because I've poured a load of water because that was empty. So I poured a load of water into that, and it just come out the bottom there, which is where the radiator is. There's obviously a hole. The accident must have been underneath, and it's hit that bottom. This is a category N, non-structural, just a category N car. So yeah, you know what I mean? All the sort of signs are there that it's had a little bit of a collision. We've got a little bit of a dink, like this little split here on the headlight, which is repairable. Top ones are good. This side's good. This side's good. So yeah, it's definitely had a hit underneath. So we've got to take off the complete front end, take the bumper off, all the lights, just strip it all down, just do my normal stuff. But before we do all that, we have got to get this car running, really. So, you know, and we've got to check a few things. We've got to check to make sure it's got fuel, petrol. We've got to make sure that air is getting to the system, which that's possibly what, you know, I don't think there's a blockage there, but we'll check to make sure there's no blockages or anything like that, and compression. So those are the sort of elements that I want to check to make sure, and then it's just a case of putting a jump pack on and then trying to turn it over and see what happens. I'll also put a computer on it and then connect that up, and then we'll hopefully find out very, very quickly what is going on. Yeah, it's just one of them things. You have to sort of you have to take a gamble every now and then, and a risk. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's get the jump pack. I'll set the jump pack up first. We'll get into the car, and then we'll just see if it will run, if it will turn over. I'm expecting it not to turn over and run, because otherwise someone would have done this, especially with the jump packs over there as well. Someone's tried to jump it, and yeah, let's. Quite possibly, it might be just a sensor or something, but I think the computer might tell us a little bit more. So I think it might be a good idea. Let me set the computer up as well. We'll plug it in if we get power, because I don't know if we're going to get power yet. And then, yeah, we'll just take it step by step, and then we'll just see how it goes. So let's crack on. But yeah, what do you think of the non-runner? It's a 2016 plate. I don't even know the mileage on this car. I've checked the previous MOT, and I think the last one was about 48,000 on this one. It's absolutely filthy, this car. It's definitely this is going to need a good valet. But yeah, last MOT was 47 or 48, something like that. So yeah, I'm not expecting it to be. It's a Euro 6 as well, look. Z-Tech, yeah. So I'm hoping that it's not done a massive amount of miles on the clock, but we will see. Oh, it's got sat nav. Just noticed that. It's got the card. So it's got sat nav. Nice, nice little addition. So yeah. Right, let me get set up, guys. Let me get this jump pack on. Let me get the computer set up so we can read the ECU if we get power. If we don't get power, we can't read the computer. And then, yeah, like I said, we'll just step at a time and then just see how far we get. So let's do this. Right, okay, guys. So the booster is all charged up, 100%. So I'm going to connect it up, and then we're going to see what happens. Oh, something clicked. Something clicked. Oh, we've got power, Okay, there we go. So it has done 58,230. 58,200. So not too much miles, I've got to be honest. But, you know, it is what it is. I suppose it's a case of just turning it over and have a look, eh? Right, here we go. That sounds like compression. Or timing. That sounds... Let me see if I can get the camera out a bit so you can hear it. Let me check the fuel. Right, okay. Plenty of fuel. Nearly a full tank of fuel, so it's not that. But we have got some lights on the dash. Now we're not, it's all off. Right, okay. That sounds like compression to me. This could be timing out. Let me plug the computer into there. Let me get that set up, and then we'll see if there's any codes coming up on this and go from there. Yeah, did I think it was a case of putting the jump pack on and starting it? No, I didn't, because you know, you would have thought that people would have done it. Not unless it's got a fuel cut-off switch on this. But it does sound like low compression on that. I might have to do a compression test on this as well. That may be tomorrow's job. We'll have to get into this a bit more tomorrow. But for the moment, let me get the computer set up. I'll plug it in. Let's see what throws us on that, and then we'll continue from there. Just keep moving forward with it, guys. So yeah, bear with me. I'll set it up. I'll come back to you. Right, guys. So as you can see, I've just done a complete scan on all modules, the whole car, all scanned, and the only thing that's come up is this, to do with the audio control module. Now, I'm pretty sure, 100% sure that that's nothing to do with it starting. There's no way. So that's to do with the stereo. It's got to be. Oh, do you know what? I was hoping that he was going to say something like crank sensor position broken, or no communication with something. Do you know what I mean? Something to pinpoint. Yeah, control module input power circuit open, or something open. So I don't know what that's all about, but we'll just clear it anyway. So yeah, no codes. There's nothing on the system whatsoever. So that's not helping pinpoint it. It's just, there's no point keep trying it. Yeah. Because someone's had a go at this. Someone's definitely tried this. And they're trying everything that I'm trying now. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do a compression test on this. And, yeah, let me see if I've got time now. I should have. But let me just strip it down a little bit and set it all up. And then I'll come back to you once we're set up. And then we're going to have to do a compression test one at a time. And we'll just see what it is. I don't know what the reading should be. I just know that it should be kind of even. And if there's one that's not completely out, then obviously we know that there's a problem. It could be the pack itself. I've heard of the whole coil pack. I've heard that sometimes stops it from running and stops it from performing as it should. Again, we're going to go back to the timing. Is it timed? Has it jumped? And stuff like that, really. So yeah, bear with me, guys. I'll come back to you, and we'll whip these coil packs out and the spark plugs, and we'll see if we can do a compression test quickly. And I'll come back to you once I set the first one up, and then we'll just do one at a time. So yeah, let's do this. Right, okay, guys, as you just saw there, I just had a helper and he was coming in and he was holding the valve that you put into there. You hold it down and it gives you a compression, and you can see that it's gone up to that. That's number 4. Let me show you the readings that I had from the other ones. 1, 2, 3. Look at 3 and 2. It's just, yeah. Completely gone. But I have worked out, I think I've got a theory on this car. What's happened is there's definitely a leak on that pipe on that radiator, right? So what's happened is someone's had a little bit of a donk, a little bit of an accident. They've hit something on there, didn't realise, the engine kept going, but they didn't realise there was a water leak coming from the radiator. And what they've done is they've continued to drive the car. Didn't see the inside. There's a, like a heater, temperature gauge on the inside. They didn't see that, and it's literally cooked the engine. Absolutely just, overheated the engine and killed it, basically. And I think that's basically what has happened here. I don't think, guys, drop me a comment and let me know what you think. I don't think it's worth messing with the head gasket and all that sort of stuff, getting it skimmed. I think it's just find an engine, swap it over, and away you go. Just try and find an engine that's close to what it is here already, which is 58,000 miles. So if I can find an engine with 50,000 on it, I think that's where we're going to go down. We're going to go down that route. I was going to take the front end off anyway because of the damage. So the lights out, the bumper off, the slam panel, crash bar, remove the whole front end. So we can get to the engine a lot easier with the whole front end off. I think that's the route I'm going to take with this car. I don't think I'm going to get into head gasket. Because what could happen is we could try the head gasket and skim the head and put it back together, and there will still be no compression because we don't know that the damage beyond, the bottom end, the top end, the valves. We just don't know how far that it has cooked this engine. And I've been down this road before, really, really, frustrating trying to get it back on the road when at the end of the day, it didn't work out. And a lot of you guys have been following me from the beginning. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about, which is the blue Mini Cooper S from Copart that I bought. Back when I was working in my garage at home, I had exactly the same issue. But the difference between with this one and the one I did then is that I allowed to buy a new engine in this one, and I didn't in the other one. So, yeah, that's where we are with it, guys. I think it's going to be a complete engine removal and refit with a second-hand one. And whilst, if we're doing that, you might as well do the timing belt, the water pump, the service. You might as well just do the whole thing on it. So that is probably what we're going to do. Bear with me, guys, because someone's coming to the door. Yeah, sorry guys, it's someone come to the door, so I had to give them some directions. So like I was saying, I think it's going to be engine out, swapping over. It does, I've not sort of done one of these before. And when it comes to engine swaps, I'm getting into the realms of sort of major removal and mechanical stuff. But I think I'm up for it. I really do think, it's going to give you loads of content, guys, on this car. I just think I'm well up for it. But I've only picked this car up today. So we're right at the beginning of doing something and not throwing too much money into it. So before don't want to do nothing else, I am going to speak to the mechanic at the end, see what he thinks. And then we're going to go from there. I'm sure it will help me out if I get stuck or I need to sort of, do things or whatever. But I want to try and do as much as I can, and I will show you every step of the way, guys, as we're doing this. But I think it'll be a good one. But I just think because of that compression test, I just think it's not worth trying to mess with it. Everything else is going to be okay. Like, we can use all the auxiliaries around the actual engine. You know, I'm sure that's all okay. And I think when you get another engine, I've seen them, and you just get the bare engine, like, and you have to put all these auxiliaries onto the other engine to make it up. So yeah, I'm really up for it. Honestly, like, a lot of people will think, "Wow, you're mad!" Like, but I'm really up for it. I'm quite excited to get into this now. And guys, we are going to be starting this tomorrow. Like, I'm literally going to take it onto that ramp tomorrow, and all day tomorrow we're going to be stripping this down and starting the work on this one straight away. It's going to take me longer than it would if I was a mechanic, or if I've done this before, because I've not done this before. So I'm going to sort of take my time, making sure I don't break anything, making sure that everything goes back the way it should. But fingers crossed, we're going to get this sorted. I know I'm going to get it sorted. You guys got much more faith in me sometimes than I do have in myself, but I think it'd be a good little content for you to watch. So guys, that is going to be the end of today's video on this today. I'm going to say it's a success today, because I think we've worked out why, because of that compression. So yeah, today's a success. We've worked it all out. And tomorrow we're going to get stuck in and start stripping this one down. So yeah, guys, take care, and I'll see you soon.